Welcome back to the AMF Collab server. Bjorn Strong on the arm here, and I've just been trading away with these villagers as in the villager trading setup that we set up last time. But as you can see, I've got a bit of a problem. This farmer here is all locked up, and I don't have much pumpkin and melon left to try to unlock him. Now I can, of course, try to buy something. Let's see if that works. It's empty out our inventory a bit and say buy some cakes. See if that'll do. And notice while we're waiting to see if he unlocks. Oh, there it is. I thought that we weren't going to be able to get items kind of sitting here. We do have. I've seen some seeds and some food kind of hop up here every once in a while. I haven't seen any. Any emeralds do that, but I might want to have a think about what we should do about that before all is said and done. And maybe in this episode we'll do something about that as well. But nope, looks like he's just going to keep locking up. All right, cookie? No, apples. Let's buy some apples. All right, he's locked up on apples now. Come on, there we go. There's the, you saw little blue swirlies. He's unlocked. So, few, but this is a problem. We don't have a lot of pumpkins or melons. We don't have a farm nearby that can supply us with them, and we need them because when we're down here farming emeralds, we need to be able to grab some pumpkins or melons and unlock a farmer when he gets those first 3 trays locked up. So we don't have to do what I just did by spending emeralds to get this. So let me grab my stuff. So I think the plan for today is that we will go ahead and build a pumpkin and melon farm. Just a small one. We don't need a kind of really huge one. And maybe make a few other adjustments in here as well. A couple things I'll say. There have been some changes since last time. You notice I put a piece of glass here just so we don't have to worry about thrown things landing on that block there. And then EDD recommended that if I put snow layers to build up and stand up here, then we could just have an easier time seeing these guys and clicking on them. So I did that. It was a great idea. In fact, once it was mentioned, I thought that's obvious. I should have thought of it, last time when we were building it, but I didn't. So, a few changes, a little nicer in here, but still a lot left to do. We want to get, like I said, some pumpkins and melons, basically just kind of growing on their own and feeding into here when we need them. So let me grab some stuff and find a good site for this, and I'll see you in a moment. Okay, so I got the stuff that we need to make this farm, and I've dug out a space, and it's just below the kind of storage for the emerald farm. In fact, you can see right along here, this is the ice that takes stuff from those chests down to the, oops, didn't mean to do that, down to the villages over here. You can actually see this is the chest that has the current pumpkins and melons, and we come back here. There's the other one. So we're not too far away from them, so we'll be able to store them pretty easily once they're made. But this is a pretty small farm. It's a pretty efficient farm, but it's a pretty small farm. I'm going to be making a design that's done by ilmango, and I'll leave a link to it in the description. It's a very efficient farm. It has both pumpkins and melons. But before we start making it, I need to do a little test. So the first thing I need to find out is if I have 3 of these in a row, rails in a row with a hole in it. Okay, so that means that if a mark cart's coming along this way, it has enough momentum, it'll pop down and keep going, but if it comes this way, it'll stop. So we're going to have a hole at one point, so make sure the cart's going that way when we do it. Oh, I should mention the reason I'm doing all this minecart stuff is because we're going to be, there we go, we're going to be having a minecart pick up the kind of broken melons and pumpkins once we have them. And the second thing we want to know is if we've got, say, cart coming along this way. Come on, go a little faster. Okay, when it switches over, it's going to go that way, like that. So that means what we want is a zigzagging sort of, so the farm I should mention is a 9x9 square. This is a little bit bigger than that, so we have some working room around here. We'll put the back of the corner of the farm right here. So we want to have a drop off that will zigzag like this, come around to here, and then come back here and pop over that way, empty its stuff out, and then come back this way as well. So I'm not exactly sure how that's going to look, but let's get started building and find out what we learn. So there's the farm. It's all in. I actually had to step away for a little bit, and so the stem's grown. And you can see we've already got a few pumpkins and melons. In fact, I think we've just seen another melon or two pop up even while we've been watching. So what we need to do next is we need to put in some way to a timer that will fire this. And I carved out this little spot right here. We're going to put a little etho hopper timer in right here. And the way we'll do this is we will come and put, let's see, let's come out to this side a little bit. So we're going to put a two hoppers facing into each other right here. Okay, it's nice and empty there. Did I lose a hopper somewhere? It kind of feels like I did, but I don't know where it is. So anyway, and then we're going to have a comparator coming out of each hopper into a block on the end of that. And then we're going to have, I'm going to have to raise this by 1 because that dust is going to get in the way of where we need to put our next block. So let's raise it up. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. No, too close. So we'll do, let's see, hopper into it, come around here and make this hopper face into that one as well. Okay, so they're facing into each other. Then we want to put a comparator out, that way, and one out that way into blocks there and there. And now we'll put also a block right there and a block right there. They'll each have dust on top of them. And in fact, this dust is going to be hard to work off of. So we'll go ahead and put a sticky piston out of a block, a temporary block, and out of this temporary block as well. Let's come back, put a piece of dust behind that piston and a piece of dust behind this piston as well. And then we need to put some items in here. I'm thinking a block or a stack and a quarter. And actually, that's going to be a problem. Let's break that for a second. We'll put a redstone block right there, and then let's replace the dust. And now we've got a fully functioning hopper timer. So now what we want to do is we want to take a signal, and I think I want to take it off of this block right here. And when that goes off, that'll come to, let's see. Good, we'll take it to right there. And we'll put a repeater out. I think I have some repeaters. Repeaters? Yeah, they're there. A repeater this way out on 2 ticks. And that we will just take it over to this middle block here. And let's see, is there, I think if I remember right, there's no piston underneath that middle block. So we can actually raise him up by 1. And then just go out, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, let's see. Put another repeater right here. the middle. So now we're coming out by 1, 2, that's why, 2, 3 pieces of dust, and now 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 to there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 to there. Let's see. Like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 to there as well. And 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So every single piece of dust on this grid is going to get lit because it's all close enough. And we went off, and there you see all that stuff popped off. And then since it fired, we've had two more sprout. So that's excellent. We now have the this running just fine. What we need to do next is put in a little collection system here. I just currently have it running manually. And it looks, actually looking at it, it looks like we're not quite getting all of the drops that are right here. So that should be fairly easy to fix. Let me grab some rails. So to fix that, we'll come out, we'll just dig along here and come out all the way, and we'll just take out this rail, kind of snake it around here, just by one more, and hopefully I'll do a run and make sure that the cart doesn't lose too much momentum doing it. But it should be okay. I think we should be all right. So now. Go like that, and if when we run the cart again, it'll pick up these extra rails, so we don't lose them. But let's just try this. Just watch and make sure the cart kind of doesn't. Well, it's got to go. Come on, go! I thought I pressed it. Make sure it doesn't lose momentum as it's running around. No, it seems good. Seems like it's going just fine. Goes through. Oh, I didn't mention the reason that little dip there is because we've got this trap door here for the water to rest on. That's kind of why we have that. But anyway, there you go. And yeah, got some stuff. So we'll go ahead and put this stuff in here. So the next thing we want to do is put in a kind of automatic drop off and pickup station. And we'll do that by coming around. We put a kind of solid block right here. With a comparator coming out of it. I think I'm doing this right. No, that's not right at all. So what we do actually is we want a hopper, and for right now I'll have it pointing this way, right there, with a powered rail on top of that. And what we want is the comparator coming out of the hopper, so that as soon as things are in the hopper, as they are, as long as things are in the hopper as they are right now, then the rail will be unpowered, and then it will make it powered when the hopper there is empty. Sorry, I'm trying to do redstone and talk at the same time. It turns out that I'm kind of bad at that, so apologies. Hopefully this will just make sense when we do it. But so right there, that's on. Now if we go ahead and there's something to pick up there. So let's go ahead and take our hopper minecart and run it. And we'll put another hopper for this one to flow into. So it should go through, it should pick up a few things kind of as we go by. Lots of things to pick up now. This is so efficient. I mean, you saw it, they all broke, and now already two more have grown, which is really amazing. Okay, so now it's kind of all unloading, and when it's done, this should just launch and go again. And split back up because these have all entered into here. So that's fantastic. The farm is now fully functional. The thing that we need to do next is hook up the delivery system, and before we can do that, we got to hook up the plate for it to be delivered. So what we're going to do is we're going to put pumpkins in here. So we've got it's a single chest. I don't have chests on me, so let's describe it. We're going to come out with a double chest and put a hopper on the end, and then just kind of stack up and out this way. And we will put a filter that pulls the pumpkins out and then leads over to a item elevator that will take the items up and then drop them into the top of that stack of hoppers and chests. And then we'll come over here, we'll take the other ones out, and we'll actually put in a glass elevator that'll come up to here, right where the purple is. And, or maybe, yeah, right here. And then take these things back from hoppers into, I don't know, a stack of maybe 3 or 4 high, 3 or 4 wide double chests for all of the melon slices to get put in. And then we'll make a little crafting area and put a, uh-oh, that's no good. And put a little crafting area and stack up with chests and hoppers here to a big storage stack. So you can then craft over here the melon slices into melons and then go ahead and dump them in there and get them into the storage for use over here at the Emerald Farm. So let's get started on that, and I'll be back in a moment. Oh, and one appeared just right there. Anyway, so I've got the filter in, and I've got the item elevators in, and so how it works. So currently, I've just been storing whatever I get out of the farm in this chest here. But whatever, we'll replace that chest with a hopper. So the hopper will come along here and come down here. We have this filter that will pull out melons. And some of those melons are gonna come through here. And they'll get spat out into a water stream. It's kind of hard to see because there's so much going on right here. But they'll come down this way into this item elevator here and get shot up. And just barely saw some go past. Should have waited a bit longer. And on the things that don't go through will be the pumpkins. So the pumpkins will come along here, and then they will get spat out into that item stream. And if we just don't get too close, we'll see them go up that item elevator. And let's just go to the top and check that they're where they should be. Whoops. And as we go to the top, we'll see, this is for the crafted melons. This is the chest stack. It's kind of in the way, so you got to do a little bit of maneuvering around it. And I got some of the chests up here for where things are going to go. But so those pumpkins were from an earlier mistake, but they're the melons we were looking for. And you're in the way, brain. And we come around this way, and we should see, yep, sure enough, those are the pumpkins that we sent up. That's that stack we sent up. So what we'll do is we will put a hopper, and get that as well. Put a hopper right there, and that should do. And then get just some blocks where we don't want a solid block on that chest. We just want something that'll stop the water. So a piece of glowstone will do just nicely. And put some water in here, and that water will just take those pumpkins down into this chest and then down into this stack, which I don't want to really have that open because you fall down there, there's no real way to get back up without throwing an ender pearl or something. So yeah, so this will take the pumpkins down into the pumpkin stack, and it's going to be a little bit different over here because what we want to take have an item elevator kind of coming up here that will then deliver all of the melon slices into here, and I need some regular chests. So I don't have those. I put right there as well. So that then they can be crafted, and then they can be put into this chest here in order to go down into that stack. Now, I also want to make this room, it's time to make this room start looking good. And the first thing that has to happen is, that's going to hurt me. I need to get Brain where I can mount, hop on him, and he's got to get out of here. He is just in the way. So let's get you a little further along. There we go. All right, and now let's get out of here, bud. I should probably put you somewhere that you're not going to run away. because I don't know whose horse you are, but they probably don't want to lose you. And that'll do for now. Have to get some more brick if we decide we want to use it. But yeah, we want to make this kind of look good. So the first thing we should do is get this elevator sorted out. And I'm gonna. My idea is to use the same kind of look. My inventory's all full. It's all right. The same kind of look we used for the room where we're doing all of the trading. Anyway, so yeah, I want to go stick with the kind of acacia and purple clay kind of look. I think that might be pretty good, just like that. And then what we'll do is we'll come up there, and then let's put him there. Then like this here, and I'm now seeing that this last row of chests is kind of going to be not really accessible. So let's, if that's the case, let's do this. Let's just go ahead and chop them out. Nicely. I also think I'd like to come down maybe one more level here. So instead of 2, we've got 3. I can't go up because the sorting system is in the way, but I can come down. And we'll then put, I think, something like this around it. So I think we'll go to there and then bring more acacia up like this, because that's going to be the wall. So the idea is you're going to have like an entrance here. We're going to have some stairs. We'll come down. I think we'll put a door over here, so we can get back to do kind of maintenance around in there. But we just want this kind of area to look nice. That looks pretty good. And once the chests are in, you won't be able to kind of see back there so well. That looks not so bad. We'll put some item frames on there, put some item frames on here as well, and maybe a sign somewhere explaining that this is for loading the full melons. Anyway, you get the idea. I'm gonna do a bit more of this off camera, and I'm gonna also go down and, well, I can do that right now. I can't figure out a way to kind of be able to get back down to the stuff below without having to kind of carve out a hole here, and come back and see what we think. There it is. The crafting room is all put in place. We couldn't do much with the ceilings. This is actually the part of the sorting system for the farm out there. So it's going to be a little cramped in here, but at least we made it look a little nicer. It's got our kind of acacia and purple clay theme to it. It's got, this spot where all of our melons are coming and collecting, and they're coming in pretty quickly. So I've already actually crafted a whole row of these, and it's filled back up since then, plus what we got down here. So that's really good. When we craft them, we stick them over in this chest here, and they should end up down in the trading center below. And put some signs on these so people know what's in them. Also, somebody had been in here earlier, before I started working on this farm, crafting hay bales, and had some chests full of that. So I went ahead and put a chest here, so if people want to craft those up, they can put them there. A little crafting table over here, so that you know where to go. So this is done. What we wanted to do today was put in a pumpkin and melon farm and get it to where it's filtering down and loading up the pumpkins and melons for the trading, and that we've done. All right, that's been accomplished. So let's just kind of double check. But sure enough, oops, some melons got in there. I should double check that what's going on with that. I think if it gets a little overloaded, some melons do end up here, but that shouldn't happen very often because we had some backup from when we were making it is why that happened. And here's the melons I crafted and a few extra. So yeah, so now we're trading and someone gets locked up and we just come right over here and boom, boom, boom. So good. Now, there is one other thing I'd like to get accomplished, like to do really quick, and that is I want to fix this problem we saw at the very beginning, where sometimes items can end up here, and oh, and there must be some light. Oh, I spammed a torch there in accident. It's important with snow. You got to keep the light level below, I think 13 maybe on the snow, or else the snow block will melt. So anyway, I've already started. I've come down here and put a dropper right there because here's what the plan is. Let's go ahead and get some slabs out and get rid of this snow and replace these back with slabs again, like we used to have. There and there. And then let's get ourselves some hoppers and put a hopper right there. A hopper right there. One right there. And then get rid of the snow as well. And one right there. So now, yeah, we might throw some things. Oops, I didn't mean to throw all of them. Anyway, I might throw some things and have them kind of fall on that slab when we're trading. But then they'll just come right down here to this dropper here, like that one did. And he's kind of glitched. And we'll hop down here, and the last thing we need to do, we need to wire up that dropper so that when it's got some stuff in it, we'll spit it out. And I've dug around back here to the back of it, so let's go ahead, maybe use some cobblestone, just so it's kind of obviously what is wanted. And we need our repeaters, and we need some comparators, so let me grab those and be right back. Okay, got a comparator. That should be better. So we just put one coming out like that into a repeater, into another comparator that we're going to put on subtract mode. And then we're going to just spam, oh, that torch is in the way. It's all right, we'll do something about that in a minute. Spam all that with dust, and then stick a repeater kind of coming out that way. So, oh, and it should be subtract mode, I said. So now let's go kind of give it a try. And we should give it a try with something that we don't mind. So let's see, just maybe. Oh man, I got a full inventory. Stick an emerald in there so we see how it works. So emerald lands in there, gets sucked in there, and there it goes, gets spat right out. So that should keep us, from losing things when we trade. And even though it looks like stuff can get kind of land down there, it really can't. It just bounces off because the hitbox of the comparator is really a full block, even though it doesn't look like it. And so the last thing we need to do is come along and let's get some temporary blocks out here and put in these wooden trapdoors. And we can get rid of these. And now let me go ahead and empty out my chest and just give this a try. Wow, I got a lot of junk in there. All right, now let's go ahead and turn the farm on and stand right here. Now you're gonna unlock. And now let's just see if we can get it right on top there. Try again. I'm not sure if we got that or not. Anyway. Is he gonna unlock for me? Come on. Yes, he does. All right, so we don't have to resort to the melons or pumpkins, but if we did. And now to see, let's try it again. See if I can get, on. There we go. And does it get spat out? I can't. Oh yeah, there. You can't really see it very well. I could hear it. It gets spat out just like we wanted. So this is working perfectly. So we'll just go ahead and get rid of all of this stuff that we don't need right now. But this looks great. So things might land on this slab now, but that's totally okay because they're not gonna go anywhere except for back into the system. So that's fixed. We have got our pumpkins and our melons for when we need to unlock the traders, and everything's going great. So I think we're done for today. I think that's going to be all of today. But I really appreciate you joining me. Had a really good time. Hope you did too, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.